The gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Van Drew, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, we're going to dig through the law, we're going to dig through the statutes, we're going to dig through the rules, and it's important. But I want to talk about what the man on the street, the man and woman on the street really sees here. And it's called rules for thee, but not for me. Democrat leaders, in their desperate attempt for power, continue to rewrite the rules in an effort to maintain that power. They're manipulating the courts to keep a political opponent off the presidential ballot. They disregard democracy by all but canceling their own primary process to make sure that they coronate President Biden. Democrats on TV openly endorse the chaos on the border, claiming illegal immigration is a way to help them with future redistricting. That's what it's really about. A party that is desperate for power. Leaders that are desperate for power can never be trusted with it. And I pray that they don't get it, because it will rip apart the fabric of this country. The pattern we see here paints a clear picture, and it's what people on the street see. Democrat leaders believe they are better than all of us, better than everyone else. And there's no clearer example than Hunter Biden. A man who's paraded around the world with our adversaries, a man who cheats on taxes to the tune of millions of dollars, a man who spends that tax money on escorts, drugs, alcohol, and luxury hotels, a man who illegally obtains a gun and then illegally disposes of said gun and was going to get off with hardly a slap on the wrist. Any other American wouldn't receive that type of justice. A deal that would have cleared him of all illegal acts. Unbelievable. We had an honest judge who never saw anything like that, and she couldn't even do it for the president or the vice president. The corruption is so blatant, it's hard to believe when you say it out loud. The truth is, Hunter Biden's a bad guy. And his corruption goes all the way to the top, all the way to the president. And he needs to be held accountable. As for members of this very committee that have gone out of their way, a particular member, to help orchestrate the criminal act of defying a congressional subpoena, and let me address that. This is a standing committee of the United States House of Representatives. It isn't a select partisan hack committee set up by the former speaker that didn't hear anything from the other side of the aisle. Totally different. You can't relate one to the other. And of course, Mr. Jordan was willing to go, would have gone, but just wanted an outline of what the issues were really going to be, never received that. And the reason they didn't hold him in contempt, the reason that they didn't give him the information that they needed, because they knew they were on faulty ground, they knew that they were a partisan hack committee, they knew they didn't want to hear the facts, they knew they didn't want to have the truth. We have the other side of the aisle here. They can challenge, they can have a colloquy, they can go into debate. That didn't exist on that other committee. The purpose of that committee was to hang one individual. But when you think the rule of law is for thee and not for me, Hunter Biden and my colleague from California, those sanctions, they're unsurprising. Americans see the corruption, they feel it. They want democratic leaders and powerful rich people to be treated like everybody else. The construction worker down the street sees it. The parents who want to speak out at a school board meeting see it. Traditional Catholics who want to worship their Catholicism and the government tries to spy on them sees it. The millions of Americans that were illegally surveyed by FISA, they see it. And if this committee doesn't unanimously today hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress, Democrat leaders will once again show the world their blatant disregard for the rules of this country and the core values that should bind all of us. Justice for thee, but not for me. The rules for thee, but not for me. The powerful, the rich, the Democrat leaders in control. It doesn't apply to them. It only applies to the people they want to get. God help us, I pray, for justice and integrity to prevail today. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, I just can't let this go. I know we all want to get back to our offices and the work at hand, But every time the other side keeps trying to move us away from the subject at hand, which is Hunter Biden and his willful and purposeful and blatant disregard for the law and his willful and purposeful disregard for the American people and also to the United States Congress and this committee. This isn't about Donald Trump. This isn't about Jim Jordan. Now, let's just talk about that for a second. This is a standing committee of the United States House of Representatives. We have members on both sides of the aisle. We debate, we discuss. At times we have colloquies. There is a balance. This committee that Chairman Jordan was subpoenaed to go to did not have that balance. It was a select committee that was set up to go after individuals politically, including President Donald Trump. It was wrong, but nevertheless, Jim Jordan never said he wouldn't go. He just wanted to know what the parameters would be. And the reason they didn't get back to him on that long letter he sent to them is because they knew they were in quicksand. They knew they were in trouble. They knew they didn't have an appropriate committee. It was a partisan committee. They might as well go before the Democrat DNC as well as go before that committee. And then we talk about rules for thee and not for me. I will still say, without question, Hunter Biden gets special treatment. He got special treatment after he illegally bought a gun. He got special treatment when he didn't pay his taxes. And the special treatment was going to be a real plea deal that he would be responsible for none of it. And I will still say that the average American who may or may not be watching this hearing knows that it wouldn't damn well happen to them, that they'd be in big trouble. And it is only because of one honest judge in Delaware that she said, I can't do this. The Justice Department put together this special deal for the president's son. I can't do it. It just isn't right in the plain vernacular in English, and this has to move forward. And now it does move forward. We all have to obey the rule of law, or should be. And to my colleague, Congressman Swalwell, he's a member of Congress. That matters. We have a responsibility. And he flouts and touts the fact that he went around with Hunter Biden, who openly, defiantly, literally disobeyed the rule of law. Didn't say, hey, I want certain framework when I go in there and do depositions. If you've got nothing to worry about, if you haven't done anything wrong, you're not afraid to go before a committee, and you're also not afraid to go before a deposition. That obviously shows his fear that he's done wrongdoing. But he thought, once again, as he has over and over and over again, the way he's made his money, the way he's been treated in his criminal charges, he thought, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say I'm a special guy. The rules don't apply to me. They apply to every other American, but damn it, I can do what I want. And Eric Swalwell supports that. Congressman Swalwell, my colleague, I can't believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is raw politics. It's abusive politics. It's harmful politics. This is easy. You are subpoenaed. You obey the subpoena by a real committee, not a hack job, not a political committee, not a committee that's out to get you, that only has Democrats or people that hate you on it. This is a standing committee, and we have strong membership on the other side. And they could defend Hunter Biden and say he had nothing to do with his father, nothing to do with criminal activity, nothing to do with not registering as a foreign agent, nothing to do with using the United States of America, its foreign policy, and its domestic policy for their own gain. Let's talk about the matter at hand. Hunter Biden disobeying and refusing to comply with the rule of law. This isn't politics. This is government. This is public policy. This is doing things the right way. That's all we want to do. It's all we should be discussing today. I yield back.
Gentlemen. it's supposed to feel.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
How's it supposed to feel?
How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said.